Of course, it's the double round robin during league play. So South Florida, they've tasted blood a couple times against Northwood. They're going to have to do it 4 times here in this best of 7 as we get underway. See what South Florida can do. Obviously, the expectation is that Northwood wins this one, but you know, it has not been as easy as maybe it was last season. While they have Northwood's come up with similar results, it certainly hasn't been as easy of a road as it was last season.
Yeah, and one thing that we can't see from USF is the hesitancy. We've got to see immediate challenge on the ball. Dangerous one, but Banger Boy gets back in time. But if you give Northwood time and space, they'll eat you up and tear you apart because all 3 are mechanical monsters on the field. And if you can take away just a split second, it throws off the timing for them.
And, you know, I think we could make that argument for a lot of teams in CRO, but the reason why I think it's so strong for Northwood is how many opportunities that they generate on a single attempt or a single try downfield. If they get the first shot off, it feels like 2 or 3 more come. But right now, that was a good attempt by South Florida. Now they got to play a little bit of defense here as Northwood trying to hold on to the ball, but this is good defense so far. It comes out to Knox's big save from Sean off the crossbar. That was the best opportunity for the game so far for both teams, and a good save comes out.
Oh, much needed save. That was incredible to keep that ball out. And like you said, Northwood gets so many opportunities on each offensive surge, down the field. So you've got to limit those. And Northwood is also a team that the smallest window that you present, they're able to knock it down. And Knox is going to put this one up. It's going to be a fast break for Northwood, but a good clear there for Banger Boy. And this is where USF is going to find success, getting those touches that are necessary.
Uh-oh, but here comes Northwood. Buddy had an opportunity, another goal line save from Sean, and that's what's going to keep South Florida into this. But you see Northwood doing a good job of switching the field a couple times to find that space for easy touches to the back wall. Northwood certainly have that vision, but that's a great kick downfield from Sean. And this is the opportunity for South Florida. Unfortunately, that one splits Banger Boy and Sean. If they could control that one, they might have been able to put on some offense. Sean not giving up on it. So got to come out to Banger Boy. He has options across the field, but Buddy read it all the way on the pass. And now it's bouncing towards the net of USF. Here comes Northwood, a big miss from Pirates. Another shot from Knoxus will be saved by Sean, and the counterattack doesn't work out.
And I'm really impressed with USF so far. They're not looking scared. They're not looking timid. And most importantly, they're not playing nervous. Just kind of taking the attack to Northwood, and Northwood is out shooting them right now. So far, only 1 shot on target for USF. But right now, the name of the game, I think, is just try and keep the ball out of your half and let your offense figure itself out as the series progresses.
And while Northwood may have more shots, I think really there's only been 1 big test from Sean, and that was off the crossbar. But certainly Northwood have had more offense as they look to put it on again. Buddy, he's up for it. He's got booze, so the shot just off the crossbar. Pirates on the follow-up. Feenster just touches it away. Buddy's not giving up on it. Feenster again called upon to make a couple more touches out of the corner. As South Florida still struggling to get it out from their end, but everyone from Northwood on the left side of the field will slow things down for South Florida and at least be able to get control of the ball as Knoxus won't let it pass midfield. Coming up on a minute left in Northwood, it's been all offense for them in the last 30 seconds. They will finally slow down as the clear comes through to the Northwood side.
Much needed clear as well. All 3 members of USF very low on boost there from that sustained pressure that we saw from Northwood. It was a good job from Northwood keeping that ball in the half, but they've got to do a better job of trying to connect on those infield passes.
Buddy, the pass across. Sean cuts it out. Opportunity again for South Florida in the transition, but Pirates, that ball was hit too hard, and Pirates with a good clear. South Florida trying to lock in Northwood, but it's going to be tough. That's a great challenge from Pirates. Comes out to Knoxus. He could put this one on target. Save from Feenster. Pirates still trying to keep the attack on for Northwood, but it's going to fizzle out. Another massive save for South Florida.
And I love that save. Hitting that ball nice and hard off your own post so it just goes out to the top of the box. That's such a smart decision.
No.
But that's on target, and Feenster back in time. But another hard shot from Pirates.
Sean
keeps it out. He is a defensive disaster right now for USF.
Oh my goodness. Again off the woodwork. Northwood might have one more chance, but maybe it could be University of South Florida. Feenster gets by Knox's. Sean with a touch off the back wall. Pirates gets the touch. And I think South Florida, that's all they're going to get. Pirates is going to keep it up, though. As
Dangerous.
Bangerboy gets a fantastic touch off the edge. Still dangerous here for South Florida if they can regain possession. Feedster, that shot's wide. Bangerboy with the touch is flying up above the box of Northwood. Noxus is still going to keep it up. Scorable for both sides.
No way.
And it's finally going to drop a 0-0 overtime here in game one.
That was the longest balls in the air I've ever seen in overtime. Or not overtime. Before overtime. That was incredible. And just like that, it's over 8 seconds later. And a small slip up and Northwood capitalizes.
Just a little bit slow to the ball here, Sean. He was whipping around and Feedster's touch was just too awkward for Sean to get to. And Pirates takes advantage of that minor misstep on defense. Really just a half second and Sean would have been on top of it. Pirates comes through to put a shot on target and that'll put to bed game one.
Wow, but Northwood forced to go into OT and 0 points scored in regulation. So USF has something to hold their cap on, and now they just need to figure out the offense because in that match, as you can see, only 4 shots to their name, and they all came out from Bangerboy. But I'm so impressed from the defense that we saw because they turned away so many shots on target that Northwood had, and to also add to that, they were cutting out those infield passes. Northwood was just showing their hand way too early.
For South Florida, though, the big takeaway here, I think there's 2 big things for South Florida. One, they certainly caught Northwood on the transition multiple times. It was just the touches were too heavy. But number 2 is they really stayed in this game because of Sean's defense. Massive saves coming out. Here's a kickoff shot for Bangerboy, saved away by Pirates. But that defense has to be solid throughout the series for South Florida. That's a good touch from Sean. The shot from Feedster's there, and South Florida on the board first.
Just continued to push Northwood further back, getting them on their heels. And look how awkward of a save that is. You saw Buddy going up the wall backwards, and just a nice hard shot put on by Feedster. I love the aggression right out of the kickoff.
The kickoff certainly going in favor of South Florida there. And again, awkward ball here for Northwood to deal with. Sean, that one's going to be too far over his head. South Florida going to have to regroup. A touch back over to Sean. Can he get to it? Doesn't get the touch. Noxus needs help from Pirates, and a good clear will get Northwood out. Here's Noxus again on the ball. Trying to get through Feedster, not going to happen. Pirates gets bumped out of the South Florida corner, and Sean with a good flick buys himself that backfield space. Now it comes out to Bangerboy. The attack's on for South Florida.
No
Sean
way!
with the redirect. It goes in, and South Florida up by 2.
Redirect of the century. My goodness, kid. Go up and grab it off of the back wall. What a pass from Bangerboy.
This man wants it right now. The defense that he put on in the last game to the offense here.
Wow.
Sean is not going down without a fight. And South Florida are here to play. Up 2-0 in the first minute. And they're looking strong on the attack again.
And he even got some respect from Noxus off that one. A nice one in chat. And I agree. And again, Feedster a little too off the mark on that pass, but they're getting the right ideas. Push the ball into the corner, then look infield for a teammate. And if they're not there, then just force that ball towards the net.
So now Northwood. Well, they're under the attack again. Awkward ball off the back wall. Here comes Sean once more. Saved by Noxus. Dicey from Northwood. A couple missed touches. Led to some awkward defense, but they do get out of it. And they're not going to get by Bangerboy. Can he get all the way back to it? Pirates here to regroup. Buddy was already up, but now he's out of boost. South Florida are doing a great job of locking down the midfield, making sure there are no free touches for Northwood.
Yeah, and I love all those awkward touches. Just go up and get those 50-50s and put Northwood out of position. But Noxus, pass over to Buddy, not there. Right idea, and he still has Buddy available, but Noxus can't get the touch on that, and Sean's going to slow things down, get the clear. I love the idea there to get that ball out of the orange half, give his teammates time to gather up some boost.
Still, I think a big fight for the midfield.
Oh, my.
South Florida have done a good job of controlling it. Feedster. Unfortunately, Sean and Bangerboy go for it. Feedster still wants it. He puts it just wide of the net. Defense there for Northwood. Still feeling a little bit of pressure. That's a fine touch from Bangerboy, but no follow-up. Coming up on halftime, and things have certainly slowed down for the South Florida offense, but they are in control, still holding Northwood to 0 shots here halfway through game 2.
Yep, and I was just about to bring that up. That's why I laughed when you said still holding down the offense, because here comes the first shot. Doesn't even count as one, a little too high. Pirates going to keep the pressure on, but look at Buddy streaking in from the weak side. Tried to get the angle, but that's a tough read.
Tough read, but still not on target. Here's Feenster, bought himself a little bit of space. That's a great touch from Buddy to not get dunked. And maybe another one. This one just wide of the net. Still not registering a shot, by the way. But they are taking them.
Incredible.
South Florida looking for offense once more. Here comes Pirates, though. Northwood on the transition. That's a hard touch. Just off the crossbar. It'll count, but not in. Is Noxus again just wide? Northwood just can't put it on target.
Well, accuracy
Buddy.
issues, and again off the crossbar. Noxus with a pass towards midfield, but there's Sean. Going to boom this downfield. Feetzer just got boost. Going to dribble it down and slowed up by Buddy. But a minute and a half to go, and Northwood, they need to go quick.
They need to put something away. And it's not without the offense. They put 3 shots on target there in the last go. Here comes Noxus. Can he do it himself? Looking for the flip reset. Somehow got by Banger Boy. Now Buddy looking for the second touch.
Yeesh.
Pirates, he'll dive in. Still, the defense holding strong for South Florida. Coming up on a minute left.
And now the name of the game is just hold on for USF. They've done such a great job of controlling midfield, and that clear going to relieve a ton of pressure, allow them to reset and get a shot on target.
Oh, no.
And increase the lead. Sean doing everything right now.
Well, I got a little bit of help here from Pirates. I'm not sure. He must have just taken off awkward or something. He completely misread where Sean was going to go and hit it into his own net. But for South Florida, happy to see a third goal here. 6 shots for them, generating a lot more offense, even out after the kickoff goal that they had in the beginning.
That's it.
They're still generating offense as Banger Boy's shot and Feedster's shot saved. Everyone from South Florida going, and they'll get a 4th.
Oh, my. From going to just 4 shots in game number 1, doubling it here in game number 2, and you see it. They go all in because they're up by 3. Why not? Just send the house and extend the lead even further.
And for Northwood, I think a little stunned here in this game. They certainly lost the lead quite quickly in the beginning of this game at the start, but even after that, I think some accuracy issues plagued them in this game. They had the offense. It wasn't really much different than what we saw in the previous game, just not on target.
Yeah, and mechanical mistakes like that from Buddy. You don't see that too often where he's going for a flick downfield and just completely loses the handles. But game 2, all University of South Florida. And we asked them, what can you bring going up against Northwood? Well, my friend, I think we've found out.
Now the key for South Florida is replicating this performance because it was phenomenal. Sean already having a fantastic series on both sides of the field and in both of the first 2 games. Banger Boy and Feenster really picked it up here for South Florida as well on the offensive side of things. And for South Florida, certainly better for it, generating so many more chances here on offense and shutting out Northwood and really holding them to no shots for at least halfway through the game. That is no small feat. So for South Florida, warming up here after these first 2 games.
Yeah, and I like seeing this from USF because a lot of times you see teams try and take down a top-level opponent, and there's one player on that team that's really good. So it's an individual effort. But when you look at that scoreboard and you see everyone with a goal, everyone with an assist, they're just playing unselfishly and doing whatever works to get Northwood on their back heels and get their offense going, and everyone getting involved.
So we will see what happens coming up in the next game. I unfortunately got yoinked from the server.
Me too, but we're searching. We're searching. It's okay.
But it will be interesting to see how this all plays out because, after the first game, what was strange was, it was a very close game, right? It was a 1-0 win for Northwood. Yep. It went all the way to overtime, and you could tell it was very close. But with the context of the game, Northwood, I think, had the pressure. I think they were clearly the better team in the first game. Even though it went to overtime, Northwood had a lot more pressure, had a lot more offense, and I think South Florida used that first game to kind of understand what Northwood was going to be throwing at them, and they certainly brought it out here in the second game. I think they benefited off of a great kickoff goal right in the beginning.
Right.
And kind of got a sucker punch in against Northwood the first 10 seconds. But the next few goals, I think, really prove that South Florida can compete with this Northwood squad. And the key now is, how do they replicate this performance into multiple games? It's great to take down Northwood in one game, but how do you do it over a best-of-7 series?
Exactly, yeah. You've got to be able to show consistency throughout the series because, yes, like we were saying before this game even started, before the series even started, yeah, sure, it's really easy to win one game against a top-level opponent. I say easy, but these players are way better than I could ever even dream of. But it's easy to do that. But when you have to do it 4 times, that's the hard ask against a team like Northwood. So if it happens, hey, it's well-deserved. But it's still unfounded because we've got to see that performance over multiple games.
And look, I don't want to take anything away from what South Florida did in that last game. That was phenomenal. And that is par for them against Northwood. They've been able to take one game off them in the 2 series that they played here in league play. And they've done it again here. Now let's see if they could go on forward. And for Northwood, I think they came out a little bit slow in that last game. That was not the normal Northwood offense. They looked very awkward on defense. And I think that's credit to South Florida and their offense. So for Northwood, I think they have to start respecting the South Florida squad a little bit more.
You can't send all in, that's for sure. They were getting a little too aggressive at midfield, going all into that orange half, and we saw how many clears just go over their head to get the USF offense started. And Game 3 underway, all knotted up in the series, 1 apiece. And let's see who... Oh, the fake almost comes out.
Didn't connect, and I think that one would have been in. Here comes Pirates, maybe a second touch here as he doesn't get it. That one's saved away by Banger Boy. Buddy into the challenge, and for Northwood, trying to battle back after getting stomped on in the last game. 4-0 is certainly not a close defeat. This one will go to the other side. Northwood trying to get the clear, but not really making any progress. USF doing a great job of, again, contesting a lot of these clears, but here comes Buddy. Second touch looming, back post shot, and Northwood on the board first.
Give him this much space, the entire field, and no challenge. Absolutely going to throw this one in the back of the net. Good composure there, not to get distracted by that defender on the back wall, who was just a hair short of touching that ball and just following through on that shot.
So Northwood back in the driver's seat. And a game, well, obviously a crucial game, but I think early on, taking the lead benefits them more. USF having to make the comeback is no small feat. They certainly are turning up the pressure, finding more opportunity. Banger Boy's going to have to respond. This one almost over his head. He can only clear it to the left side. Pirates just take a shot on target. Buddy dove in as well, so it just knocks us back on the big clear. Sean can't collect, but he will take away the boost. But here comes Northwood. Pirates looking for a second touch. Everyone up as Sean does receive it off his back wall. Knox is trying to play across the Buddy. He does get the shot off the crossbar, but Feenster picks it up. Still the attack on here for Northwood. Pirates trying to threaten. And South Florida still doing a good job of shutting them down. That one almost stuck by Noxus. Feenster with the shot. Is it in off the post? It is. And South Florida respond.
And this goes all the way back to that boost steal about 25 seconds ago. Noxus was out of boost that entire time. Just had to go all the way to their back corner, put him out of position, got that boost. He got that awkward touch. And Feenster punishes.
South Florida getting their offense going, and that's the transitional game that I think for Northwood they have to be careful of. I know that was a long-range shot, but that's a big miss from Sean, and Buddy will take advantage. Northwood back in the lead.
Man, they can just strike at a moment's notice, can't they, Corelli? Just takes one single whiff, and even you aren't going to miss this one.
And for Sean, a little bit of a frustrating play. I just don't think he either recognized or expected that touch to be so high and just got away from him. Northwood up by 1, maybe looking to make it 2. Pirates circling around as he is slowing down the transition. That's a good touch from him to give it over to Noxus. Now in the USF corner. Buddy waiting patiently to see what Feenster does as he does get a flick off, trying to go for it again. Pirates clear. We'll go back to his own corner, but now Northwood, well, they were almost in a little bit of trouble there if they couldn't hold on. Now the passing play through the midfield shot is just saved by Feenster.
Oh, great challenge by Noxus to try and keep that ball alive. And Buddy just streaking in. Banger Boy is going for the fake, and Feaster takes away the close angle, but shot coming in on target, and you saw Pirates going for a demo there as Noxus had the angle but had to hold off because that was all three that were going to go for Northwood.
Sean's touch is actually going to set up Pirates. Noxus can't get by Banger Boy. This touch still not in possession, though, of USF. A lot of these touches just lingering out towards Northwood. Even one like that. Now Pirates is up. That's a great cut from Banger Boy to slow things down, but still, USF struggling to hold possession out of their own side. As Northwood are doing what they normally do against most teams, is that they hold that midfield line so strong, and they just force you to make poor clear after poor clear. That's a big miss, though, from Pirates, and that'll let out USF here.
Yeah, finally looking for their second shot. Still only one, and it's been the one that has kept them within one here as Pirates and Banger trade demos there, and Sean can't get that pass up to Feaster. Right idea. Both Buddy and Pirates go in the box. Going to give Banger Boy space, and this is going to be dangerous. Feaster puts it low post, but can't quite tuck it in. Good defense there from Buddy.
Defense holding strong for Northwood. Finally tested here in this game. Noxus can't get the second touch. Still bouncing. Feaster does get into the backfield. Buddy perfectly positioned to receive, but not the best clear. Sean looking for the back wall. Needs some help. Noxus does get the touch away. Won't be able to follow. That pass intended for Sean is cut out by Pirates. Here comes Buddy. Full boost to work with. Second touch. Can't get back to it. Follow-up from Noxus. Saved by Feaster. And South Florida just holding on at the moment, but need one here in the final 30 seconds.
For touch. Banger Boy slowed down by that demo, and this is going to give a little space over to Feaster. He's going to slow it down. What a dump-off pass, and Sean can't quite get the power behind it. That was the right play, but still 15 seconds to go, and Pirates going to just push this ball through the entire defense.
What a touch from Pirates as he gets a nice hop from the corner. Perfectly read, too. And Feaster, you got to give him credit. He was in the right spot. The challenge was just better from Pirates as he goes through the last man. And Northwood sitting up by 2.
I need this right now if they are going to tie this game up. And that swooping around like that, probably not going to happen. But one last shot.
Maybe.
Banger Boy keeps him alive. What a shot here to go far post.
And that's got to be one of the better plays here in this game for USF, finally setting something up. All of Northwood on their back wall or on their back line. And Banger Boy put it perfectly into the corner. Now we'll see what they do on kickoff. 4 seconds to work with. Means that at least you could lose it and get the challenge in. That's the fake. But a good challenge from Noxus through the kickoff will put an end to that shenanigans as Banger Boy can't get the touch. And Northwood take the lead in the series.
You know, you ever do that yourself, Corelli, where you score with like 5 seconds to go and it just seems to come so easy, and it's like, why can't we do that all game long? But
yeah,
I think it's because Northwood at that point is just trying to cover up the goal line, and they're like, okay, you guys do whatever you want midfield. We're just going to cover up in turtle, and it allows a little more holes to be opened up because there's no pressure there. But for Northwood, man, what defense at midfield. They just corralled South Florida in the orange half for, 3 straight minutes, it seemed like?
Yeah, and I mentioned that too. I mean, that is what Northwood does to every team in CRL. It seems like the only team that can compete with that is Akron right now, at least on the Eastern Conference. I mean, obviously they don't play between conferences that much, but that is the only team that's been able to compete with that type of play. And I think for South Florida, that's why I mentioned that counterattack. When those little holes pop out for Northwood's midfield line, USF can really take advantage. And you could see a couple times throughout this series, not just in that last game, where USF had opportunities to get control. And I think they've just been so panicked for so long that it's been tough for them to kind of recognize, oh, wait, I actually do have time to hold on to possession here.
Yeah, that's the scariest thing against Northwood because they can play. Oh, nice beat there from Feaster to catch that on the backside of the opponent. How did he get the speed to get there?
Well, it came out to him a little bit better, and I think Pirates just missed. I don't think he read it perfectly. He pulled his car back. It was a little awkward as well when he curled around it. But great recognition from Feaster to at least go into that challenge, and I think he got everything and more. as once again, USF in the lead by 1. The early
Oh
goal
my.
certainly helped them out a couple games ago. And here they are once again.
And I think that's the perfect start for South Florida, to come out and just get a little momentum to start the game with. And that's a great defensive stop from Banger Boy. A tough read. And even a tougher push to put that over to the side and not just straight down. And Feedster saves the day, but Pirates going to go far post away from the defenders and tie this game right back up.
And this shot from Buddy was actually so well placed because Sean was falling off the crossbar trying to save it with no boost. Feedster had to come in and help. And when the ball bounced out to Pirates, no one else was left in net to make the save. Some good work by USF on defense, but unfortunately Northwood just so many shots afforded to them. Something that the Deaths touched on a little bit. Certainly paying off for Northwood there. Here comes Sean. A shot to the back post past the last man. Sean picking his spot perfectly. And USF up by 1.
Well, yeah, defenders expecting Feedster to get the touch. Sean swoops in, so that shot comes a little quicker than Pirates thought. And that is a good tandem duo, streaking downfield together and working in unison.
So South Florida respond, and they're looking for more. Buddy, that shot's coming out, or clear rather, is coming out to Sean. Banger Boy, good challenge. Sean going to keep this one in. USF fighting for every inch on the field, but here comes Buddy. Second touch again. That one's too high. Pirates shot is wide. Northwood again plagued by accuracy. As South Florida do get out.
Yeah, those are the tough ones, Corelli, where you're almost right underneath the ball and you got to try and put it on target. It just makes every inch you hit that ball on, just the angle goes wider and wider. So tough read, but that's a good touch there from Pirates to break up the offense from South Florida. But Noxus looking for a double touch himself, but Feedster going to erase that before it can come to fruition.
Oh, the clear cut down by Sean. Buddy wanted to play it across to the left. Here comes Banger Boy. As he does get the bump. Feedster, can he get to it? That's a good challenge, but Buddy still got back to the play. Unfortunate that wasn't a demo. It would have been wide open for Feedster. Still USF holding on to their lead, but plenty of time left in this game. And Buddy trying to follow up, does get the challenge, looking for Noxus. He will get the touch to the back wall, looking for a second one, down and away for Noxus, and Northwood tie it up.
This is the second time this series where they just need to follow through on their shot. Defender might be there, but now I'm just focusing on the ball. And Northwood continue to tie this game up and answer every single one of South Florida's goals.
All knotted here at 2. Banger Boy trying to change that. That one's going to come off the back wall. Buddy just barely got a touch on it. Still South Florida looking to threaten here. Sean looking for options. Great pass to Feedster. And South Florida back on top.
Last time it was Feedster to Sean. This time Sean to Feedster. And look at the placement on this shot. Far post just for extra security. And just like that, South Florida back on top.
Just at halftime as well. Back and forth, South Florida have been playing Northwood here. Northwood not getting that lockdown midfield pressure that they've had in previous games. South Florida doing a great job of, if they're going to clear it like this one, away from Northwood into space. Here's another pass. Feedster again. The passing paying off for South Florida, finding a little bit of confidence here against Northwood. But they're going to have to play defense once again. Buddy gets a little flick to the far corner as Feedster will shut it down.
Man, South Florida on
no way.
Money. No
what the?
way. What a challenge. Oh, calculated.
What on earth did I just witness? Noxus just went too high and it pinched. It pinched off of Feedster and Noxus, and USF up by 2.
Hey, when it's going your way, it is going your way. And Feedster on fire right now. Gets a hattie. Just over a minute and a half to go here in game number 4.
So it's North Florida, or excuse me, Northwood have their work cut out for them. And that's a great pass out to Noxus. Good challenge from South Florida, doing a great job of staying in front of the ball, even when those passes come across with pace. Buddy once again looking for space. That's a shot from pass from Pirates rather. Noxus was there. South Florida intercepting a lot of these passes and reading that play a lot quicker than they were in game one. Northwood are going to have to try new tricks.
Oh. Nice placement there from Buddy, but Banger Boy back on defense in time, and
wow,
that's a great challenge, and that's a great placement from Feenstra to go far side just in case. And that's not the best touch from Buddy, and Feenstra's going to get there for the challenge, and the name of the game right now is just challenge the ball and shoot it on target, and a great save from Buddy to keep him in this, but they need to go now. They need to get a goal to be able to get that go-ahead tying goal.
I don't know if it's going to happen. South Florida, they have just evolved here in the middle of this game. They are playing out of their minds. A good demo from Banger Boy. Unfortunate no one was there to put a shot on target. All of a sudden, the tables have flipped. South Florida looking better and better against this Northwood squad. They got to close it out here in the final 20 seconds. Pirates, that's a great pass to Buddy.
Oh my God
from Banger Boy. Will get the clear off his own back wall.
What, did they line their cars with bouncy balls today? Like, they are just plinging them downfield.
And, what does Northwood got to do at this point? They're up 10 shots now, and they just cannot break through the defense. That'll do it here in this game. South Florida looking strong here in this series. It's not over yet, of course, but what a way to battle back a couple times. And South Florida looking stronger and stronger.
Oh, and making it look pretty when they do it as well. Those passing plays are just chef's kiss. I could do with those every single match I ever cast. I love those infield passes where it is just nice and hard, infield, right on the button, and the shot comes out like a missile looking for its target. But right now, Northwood struggling on offense, and they're struggling at midfield even more. But I'll tell you what, Corelli, the one thing that concerns me about USF is that backboard.
They certainly have let up a lot of tough shots coming out from Northwood, but I think that last game was a great testament to how South Florida really play. Like I said, coming into this matchup, they play up and they play down, and right now they are playing well above Northwood in that last game. They can keep that going. They could take the series here, no doubt in my mind, but it's going to be tough, again, to replicate that type of performance throughout a series. And Northwood, I'm sure, have got to change something, especially after that game. South Florida, when they're on, they have been putting up a lot of shots and a lot of goals here against Northwood.
Yeah, and the magic number's 4. Both games that they have won been 4 goals, and limiting Northwood to just 2 in that last one. And a good bump there by Banger Boy, opening things up, and looks like Northwood continuing to have those issues of breaking out of their own half.
8-2. That's an important stat. South Florida, they've outscored Northwood 8-2 in the games they've won. Shutting them out in the first one and giving up 2 in the last one. Northwood looking for some offense here, but still very tough for them to break through the defense of South Florida. They have certainly got themselves straightened out. Banger Boy, he wants it himself, looking for a flip reset, shut down by Noxus. Sean trying to interrupt the transition. Noxus, he won't be denied. Pirates going to pop it up. Buddy win. That's a good clear. USF could turn something in here if they could get a hold of it, but unfortunately Northwood do a great job of slowing it down and again transition onto offense.
Well, and to kind of rewind to back what you were saying of 8-2 in those wins, the series in total right now is 10-6 in favor of USF, so they are out shooting them.
Woo.
Oh, but when they're hitting shots like that, it doesn't matter. Pirates with the nutty angle.
That was a great shot from Pirates. And just on a boost, too. He had nothing in the tank. He had 3 boosts after he took the touch off the back wall. It was just so perfect for him to line it up. And Northwood on the board first. It took these guys a little while to get on the board here in this game between the two teams. And now Northwood jump in front, and they're looking for more. That's a bump on Banger Boy. He still got the touch, even though the shot was high. He got bumped into the clear.
That's called composure, my friend. Composure. Able to just keep the mechanics going, and this is a dangerous one, but Feenstra puts it back up off the crossbar. Interesting strategy there, and it actually works out very well for them. Just straight down into their offense, and Pirates going to wrap it around. And Buddy, this ball just went a full 360 around the entire field and into the back of the net. Northwood, crazy offense.
It just goes all the way around the back side of Northwood and then down the field. And a great just dish off to Pirates. A little finesse touch on target. And Northwood in the lead by 2, looking confident here in this game.
Yeah, this is kind of what I think everyone was expecting of this series. Northwood coming out and just putting on a clinic of how to run an offense and how to get those insane angles, because they are all very high-level players. Sean got to slow that one down, and Pirates just going to boot it off of his hood like it was teed up. And they're just keeping it alive right now, Corelli, just keeping USF backed into the orange half.
Oh, maybe not for long, though. That's a great challenge. Banger Boy, he's got to get around Buddy. He does. Noxus denies the first touch. Still dangerous here for Northwood. Banger Boy to Sean. Sean all the way back across behind Buddy. And South Florida finally get on the board.
They said, all right, you want to go full length of the field? We'll start on the right side, go to the left, and shoot to the right. Yeah. Break your neck in the same time. My goodness. USF passing right now is just beautiful.
That was such a smart shot by Sean. He knew that the defense knew that a shot to the far post was going to be tough to save, and it forced the defense to chase after it, but instead puts it near post just behind the first man. That was a very smart shot by Sean. And he keeps his team within 1 here. Minute 45 left to play. Banger Boy gets by 1. Sean looking for a touch as well. And he'll pay for it. Beanster can't get back to it. The clear is to some space. Sean has no boost. He'll just lob it towards the box of Northwood. South Florida have not seen that much offense from him here in this game. At least not comparatively to the last game. It was spectacular in the last one. They are fighting for the midfield as Pirates will take it away from them. The attack on now for Northwood, shut down, though, by Banger Boy.
And a backside demo.
Gets a demo and picks up the ball. This one coming out. Sean got to let it go. Shot from Banger Boy.
Whoa!
It goes in off the touch from Northwood, and we're tied up.
Great communication here from USF as well. I'm sorry. Look at Sean go up. Gets called off from Banger Boy, and he's able to just slot it right down the center.
Wow. Northwood, just a small gap there on the far post. Once again, great placement from USF. Tied up, under a minute to play. A huge game as it puts the other team on match point. Sean has full boost. Oh, but lost the touch. Feenstra trying to help out. A spoiled chance there. Banger Boy does well to get down the field, but again, USF are just so stretched out. That touch, it's off the crossbar. Still bouncing. That shot put away by Noxus, and Northwood back in the lead.
Oh, just a slight misstep on the back line, and the good demo from Pirates causing chaos in the box, and Noxus put it right over Feenstra. I think you saw the same thing, Corelli.
He was right there. He was so close to getting that touch. But it does go in for Northwood. They look to close it out here in this game and move on to match point. Buddy, got a little bit of space. Fading out, Banger Boy gets by. Feedster, he makes the save off his own crossbar. Buddy, he went all the way towards the net. Now Pirates has an opportunity. That one's shut down by Feedster. Buddy will lob it back up. Pirates bumps one out of the way in midair. Sean will take care of Noxus. South Florida, they got to go. 4 seconds left. Sean gets touched over. They got to get back to it. Feenstra needs help. This one going to be shut down by Noxus. Nobody can get back from South Florida. And Northwood up 3-2 here in the best of 7.
Well, I think it definitely went further than anyone predicted, because last time I looked, I think all of us picked, 1 game apiece for South Florida, unless someone had something crazy that I didn't see.
And I think for Northwood here, this was a better game. Maybe not a perfect game, but a better game from Northwood, as they definitely controlled the pitch a little bit more. South Florida certainly didn't have the same type of offense that we saw in the previous game. It's gone back and forth here, Subi. Yep. Back and forth, but for Northwood, they're looking to close it out here. South Florida, they've certainly made their mark, but if Northwood plays another game like that, it'll be very tough for South Florida to fight back.
Well, don't allow an early goal, because when you see USF get that early goal, just gives them confidence, and they carry it through and just put a ton of shots on target, and they have won all of those games where they've scored within the first 16 seconds. So just kind of limit what they can do, and what a better way to do that than put a shot on yourself in the first 8 seconds.
Northwood looking to start off strong. Oh, that's a tough pinch. Everyone coming back down to the ground for South Florida. Buddy gets a couple of touches off the back wall. Pirates tough angle, still bouncing here. Noxus waiting for his chance to go. And South Florida hold on for the first volley here from Northwood. But it might just come right back. A blasting clear from Buddy. Feengster does well to at least clear away the first attempt. Here comes Pirates. Gets the dunk in midair. Banger Boy still on it. But he's out of boost. Another touch. We'll put it over to Pirates. Can he put it on target? Just wide. USF holding on with just peanuts in the gas tank right now. Nothing for them to work with. Noxus. Oh, he can't get by the defense either, as Banger Boy still just has nothing in the tank.
It's been a full minute of no boost for USF, and that is a dangerous one as Sean killed it on his own backboard, and very impressed with their defense so far of pretty much zero boost in the tank. And here's their first attempt downfield, and Banger Boy uses a lot of boost to get up there and doesn't come out with a touch.
That's a good shot from Pirates, but immediately denied. Sean, big clear. Minute and a half come and gone. Nobody can find the target yet. 6 shots, though, for Northwood to the 0 of South Florida. Woo! That's another one. They're 7th now. Sean to clear it away. Banger Boy, he wants it himself, but he can't get by Knox. It's still a dangerous bounce. South Florida looking for some space and the pinch. No one there to follow up. Northwood a little jumbled up on their goal line, but they do get a hold of it and clear it away. Pirates has options to Noxus. Looking for the back wall. Feengster can't get back to it. Banger Boy doesn't get the touch. Pirates shot is on target. Dangerous situation here for South Florida, though. They got to get it out, and they do. Northwood did not collapse the way we thought they would.
Well, it gets a little disheartening on that back end when you keep trying for basically a full half to score, and you keep getting turned down, This is a dangerous one as that ball's thrown to the side. So you see two teams do two things. They'll either go all in, and you generally see them get scored on going over their head, or they start to get a little tentative. They won't push all in like we're used to seeing Northwood do.
Looking very reminiscent to the first game, but maybe not. Pirates will put away the first goal for Northwood.
And Pirates has the last 4 for Northwood, doing it all himself, and that is just a nasty poke towards net. Sees no one there and decides to just launch it on target.
So Northwood pulls ahead, looking to close out the series here. Maybe Feengster has something to say about it, though. Wanted the bump on Noxus after it got away from him, but Noxus will not be denied going downfield. That's a big clear. It's going to be cleared off the back wall. Shot from Buddy will go through, and Northwood up by 2.
And this is just a good read from Buddy to place himself perfectly at the top of the box just in case just that happens, and he is there for the cleanup, and Banger Boy gets a touch, but it's on the front side of the ball, so it pushes it back, and USF down by 2.
Yeah, unfortunate situation there for Banger Boy. I mean, he got the touch, but it was probably the only touch that would have set up the attacker even better. As Pirates, he's trying to push through. Noxus will take a light shot on target, saved away by Sean. South Florida feeling a lot of pressure here. 8 saves so far in the game.
Jeez.
Northwood a minute and a half from advancing here. Good demo from Feengster. Maybe an
Another
opportunity
bump
for Sean. Sean was looking for someone else. He forgot the ball, but Banger Boy will put it through for South Florida.
Oh, almost ended in disaster, but Feengster gets the demo, gets the bump, and buys his team enough time, and Sean was just a little too close to that ball to make anything happen.
Yeah, he had no boost. He was making the best of it. Trying to make sure that he was there when that ball came down a second time. South Florida have given themselves a chance. Maybe an opportunity. Maybe a big one here from Banger Boy. Doesn't connect. The defense had missed as well. Still, everyone backing off from South Florida. Coming up on a minute to play, and they're going to need that offense here. Banger Boy, he's beaten by Pirates. Good work here.
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe not. South Florida losing control, but that's a good dunk. At least forces Noxus to go back to his own corner. Banger Boy, he can't dunk him again, though. And here comes Northwood. Opportunity in the midfield. Pirates once again pelting that back wall, looking for follow-up. As Northwood not too eager, but will take advantage of mistakes. Getting dicey here on the South Florida side. Everyone using a lot of moves, but here comes the counter. A touch on target. Pirates has to make the save, and he does.
Oh, poor touch there from Banger Boy, and 20 seconds to go. Still down by 1. And looks like they're going to get a last-second chance. No, that was good challenge there to keep this in the orange half.
Here it is. This is the chance for Banger Boy. He gets tackled out, but this is the opportunity for Sean. Cut out once again from Northwood. Now USF have to go the length of the field. Good
he missed it.
Banger Boy can't get back to it. He wanted the boost and the ball. And Northwood gonna hold on here in this series, but USF looked like a formidable opponent throughout the entirety.
Absolutely, and I love this version of USF that we got to see here tonight. They put on a performance, and when they were working, they were working. Those passing plays were brilliant, but unfortunately, just a little too much of the mistake, and you see Northwood capitalize.
That was a strong series from South Florida. And for Northwood, look at those games. A lot of the all the games that Northwood won were 1-goal games.
Yep.
So for USF, they had to fight back a lot in these games, and they just couldn't pull out another win. And I got to give them a lot of credit for them to them, because this was a very tough draw in the beginning here, and it's against a team that you have relatively little success against, right? They were only able to take off 2 games in their series during the regular season. They take off 2 games here in a single series, but they certainly looked on par against Northwood. So a very, very strong start. Unfortunately, not able to take down Northwood here, as Northwood will move on as they take them down 4-2 here in the series. Zuby, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we've got more CRL Rocket League.
In the air I've ever seen in overtime, or not overtime, before overtime. That was incredible, and just like that, it's over. 8 seconds later, and a small slip-up, and Northwood capitalizes.
Just a little bit slow to the ball here, Sean. He was whipping around, and Feenster's touch was just too awkward. Kickoff shot for Banger Boy, saved away by Pirates. But that defense has to be solid throughout the series for South Florida. That's a good touch from Sean. The shot from Feenster's there, and South Florida on the board first.
Just continued to push Northwood further back and further back, getting them on their heels. And look how awkward of a save that is. You saw Buddy going up the wall backwards.
Sean with a good flick buys himself that backfield space. Now it comes out to Banger Boy. The attack's on for South Florida.
No
Sean
way!
with the redirect. It goes in, and South Florida up by 2.
Redirect of the century. My goodness, kid. Go up and grab it off of the back wall. What a pass from Banger Boy. They've done such a great job of controlling midfield, and that clear going to relieve a ton of pressure, allow them to reset and get a shot on target.
Oh, no.
And increase the lead. Sean doing everything right now.
Well, I got a little bit of help here from Pirates. I'm not sure. He must have just taken off awkward or something what they had in the beginning.
That's him.
Still generating offense as Banger Boy's shot and Feedster's shot saved. Everyone from...
That was the longest balls in the air I've ever seen in overtime, or not overtime, before overtime. That was incredible, and just like that, it's over. 8 seconds later, and a small slip-up, and Northwood capitalizes.
Just a little bit slow to the ball here, Sean. He was whipping around, and Feenster's touch was just too awkward. Kickoff shot for Banger Boy, saved away by Pirates. But that defense has to be solid throughout the series for South Florida. That's a good touch from Sean. The shot from Feenster's there, and South Florida on the board first.
Just continued to push Northwood further back and further back, getting them on their heels. And look how awkward of a save that is. You saw Buddy going up the wall backwards.
Sean with a good flick buys himself that backfield space. Now it comes out to Banger Boy. The attack's on for South Florida.
No
Sean
way!
with the redirect. It goes in.
My heart, don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside. It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. Frozen in a dream, I can't escape the thoughts of you. If I try to leave, when I'm with you I can't move. It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you break me, but something about it makes us whole, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. Breathing underwater, can't let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go.
A 4-2 victory here for Northwood. A bunch of us thought it might have been quicker, but I mean, shout to South Florida, standing up on their hind legs and barking. It's F. It's Corelli and Subi Smash here, ready to kind of break down this last one, talk about the next one. And usually this is where we kind of just go over some stats, but I'll do you one better. We've got Noxes alongside us right now to talk about what's going on here with this past matchup. Northwood take the victory here, and they roll on to continue. Hey, Noxes, what's good, man? First of all, I mean, the easy question I get. How you doing, bud? Congratulations.
Good, man. Good. We got a little scared. you know, when the game got tied. But other than that, we good.
Yeah. No, that was those games were very, very close. And Subi and I talked about what we felt was working for South Florida. What was it? What made that game a lot closer than I think people expected it to be? Like, what was South Florida doing that you guys had to kind of figure out in that series?
Well, Corelli, I would love to tell you. Sean played the series of his life.
Yeah.
That man was coming off the backboard. He was scoring. I don't know. Like, he had an insane series. Like, on his series, though. Like, fair play to him. Man, he's the new Tristan, actually. I got scared.
Yeah. Wow, that's high praise. Praise.
That is high praise. And, you know, from what it looked like, you guys were playing like 80%, and then you realized, oh, they're on fire. We need to step it up. And when you stepped it up, you got the job done. So are you guys warmed up for the next match? Because I think everyone's licking their chops ready to watch this thing.
Yeah, we're trying. It was a pretty intense series. Like, in like all seriousness, it was like we were like, oh my god, let's go. We gotta make sure we close out games when we can and stuff like that. But going into Akron, we're gonna play it. We're confident. We're going into it. Yeah. I mean, same thing we always do, man. We just keep playing our own game, basically.
That's the mindset. I actually kind of wanted to ask you a little bit more of a granular question regarding that, right? I spent a lot of time thinking about how much teams think about their game versus the opponent's game, right? What percentage? Is it half and half? Do you think that you guys focus on being good at what Northwood does versus being aware of what the enemy team does?
If we're on, man, we win. That's all it comes down to. Like, if we are playing our series and we are playing what we're supposed to do, then that's it. Hands down, cut it. But again, series have been getting a lot closer, so that's always like, you know, it's a little scary, and we have to be aware of that. But yeah, hopefully we could just move past it and then get into Akron with a fresh head, basically.
Well, I mean, like Subi said, you guys look juiced up, you know, ready for the next one. So we're going to let you go. Again, congratulations on the dub. Thanks for your time. And any shout-outs you want to give before we let you go?
Of course, got to shout out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Noxus. Hey, you know where to find me. And of course, thank you to Rocket for hosting this amazing event. Thank you. And Northwood, obviously, my teammates, obviously. And to you guys for hosting an amazing show. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, well, shout outs right back at you, man. Nox is always charismatic off the field, always killing it on the field. I'm sure we'll talk again, man. Congratulations on the double. See you later.
Thank you, man. Have a good one, everybody.
Always good to talk to Nox is there. I mean, it's a fun guy. Enjoys his time, Corelli. Kind of just vibing out.
Yeah, you know, he's got to be a good vibe to have on a team, especially in a tough series, right? Having a guy like that, I think, is great, and it shows Northwood still so strong here, and I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, I feel that as well. Northwood coming in. Subi asked him about that question, who was going to be up next. Akron will be what Northwood plays up against. And it's a tough one here. Let's flash the bracket on screen real quick while we take a look at all these teams. Florida Poly does wind up losing to the Zips 4-1. A less close matchup than, honestly, USF. I thought maybe Florida Poly would be a little bit closer here, Subi, but Akron just kind of going to work.
Well, you know, like I was saying with Northwood, when it's time for the business suits to come on, it's not a foe you want to go up against. Like Akron right now, it's playoff time, okay? It's do or die. They are not going to make those easy mistakes. They are going to make sure the positioning is correct. They're going to make sure that, hey, any small opportunity, we're going to just make sure we hit it in the back of the net. And yeah, I don't want to face Akron anytime, but especially in the playoffs.
Well, right now, don't worry if you're a USF fan or Florida Poly fan. They're not out completely. They play against each other, and then the winner will go up against the loser of this one, which Stacks had predicted might just be our finals. The first and second seed out of the Eastern Conference. Northwood, Pirates, Buddy, and Nox's Volve. Yeah, that's the squad. Across the way, Akron, Reticence, Buzz, and Tristan will be playing. Tristan has been on this team the whole way through, but has only really played a couple of games. And Corelli, I mentioned that point intentionally because Tristan is Tristan. He's a transcendent player, literally a professional level player. But the fact that he hasn't been on the field with the team the entire season is perhaps a relevant point of conversation.
Yeah, I think it makes him better, honestly, because he hasn't been